The Transnet's National Port Authority says it remains committed to easing the burden experienced by motorists due to high truck volumes along the busy N2 highway near Richards Bay Port. Newzroom Afrika's Mnyandu monitoring the situation for us there, and he joins us live now. Ntando, good morning to you. Talk to us about this situation today. Slight improvement at all or nothing?
Well, certainly, Xoli, as you correctly put it, you know, it's traffic as usual for truckers here, but there is slight improvement because it differs at different stages of the day. You know, the amount of trucks that will be able to enter the port, you know, be processed and offload and come back. But from the early hours of the morning, it was gridlocked back to back. Right now, we can see it slowly moving, you know, at a faster pace than what we had seen from our reports that we were doing yesterday, you know, giving you blow by blow of what is the current situation along the John Ross Parkway. But what I can tell you for certain is that right now I am joined by the terminal manager for Richards Bay Port, the port of Richards Bay, which is Mr. Pumelele Cele. Babundos, what is at the center of the problem inside your port? Because we've seen trucks, even now we can see some of them, you know, queuing up to get in to be processed. What is the situation inside the terminal?
Okay, I can confirm that, good morning, I can confirm that inside the terminal is fluid. What has happened yesterday, there's been a decision by the city where the trucks were staged at N2. For the number of reasons, the city had some challenges, then they decided that they will release the trucks inside the John Ross Highway. So therefore that led all the trucks staging around the R34 and John Ross. That's basically has been a challenge. But more than above that, you will recall that the issues of trucks and the volumes migrating to road, it was as a result of the performance of rail network. We are on record as Transnet that there are challenges, and then it's something that has been written about. The second issue is that it's a boom of the coal market, which was as a result of Ukraine and Russia war. And then thirdly, you will recall that we had a challenge in Richards Bay where our belts, we had a fire, then some of the belts were damaged. So that led that some of the volumes that were running through the belt system, then they end up migrating to road. So that's been a challenge. In terms of what we are doing, we then decided to say that we'll have a stakeholder forum together with the city and National Ports Authority, which is our own landlord, where then we decided that TPT, as a terminal operator, then will stagger the trucks using what we call it a truck booking system. That trucking booking system, we have seen it reducing the volumes of truck, because we've been averaging 1,400 a day in a 24-hour. Then we've seen that now we're averaging 970 on a daily basis. But there will be days where there's peak, where you are peaking at 1,200, simply because of the volumes, the increase of volumes.
Babundos, what are you doing to augment the problem presented by the banning of the belts, the conveyor belts that you were using inside the port, to try and be as efficient as possible? Because we understand and we appreciate what you're saying, but practically what we see are long queues. We've spoken to some of the drivers saying they spend at least up to 3 days waiting in the queue. So what are you doing inside the port to ensure that the movement of coal or any other commodities is done in an efficient manner?
Okay. Yes, we then had to go back and then obviously start the program of the process of fixing some of the belts. And then we can be on record that some of the belt will be coming back as early as December, which then is going to reduce some of the volumes that are on the road. And secondly, what we are doing, we are also been engaging with the city and other authorities to get some piece of land to have what you call it a truck staging areas where we're then able to stage some of the trucks. As we speak right now, we had an approval through the TNPA where we've identified a piece of land, and then we are busy with governance processes within TPT to make sure that that land is rehabilitated and is compacted, and then some of the trucks, about 300 plus trucks, will be taken away from N2 from the roads and then it will be staged there. Together with that, we're also going to be bring about the second, what you call it, permit system, because we only got one entrance, which obviously the truckers get delayed in the permit system. So we'll be opening up a second permit, a satellite permit office, which is going to assist to have 2 access points. Once we've got that staging area running, then we'll be able to see the positive result in terms of the trucks that will be out of the Richards Bay roads. So we're hoping that as early as the first quarter of next year, that truck staging area will be running.
Thank you very much, Mnyandu.
Thank you so much.
Well, that is Phumelele Cele, the terminal manager for Richards Bay, for the port of Richards Bay, actually outlining what will become their immediate, interventions to try and solve this problem. But as things stand, motorists suffer in the early hours of the morning as they go to work, and in the afternoon when they come back to work, owing to, the influx of trucks along the John Ross Highway and also on the N2 National Road. With that, it's back to you in studio.
Our reporter live for us there in Richards Bay. It's an ongoing story that we will continue to monitor for you.